I was in escrow twice this month, both commercial units. Woo! Damn, I wish my nigga Fast was here. How you died 30-something after banging all them years. Grammy nominated in the sound of shedding tears. All this money,
here,
power,
man.
fame, and I can't
all right. Cut this man off. Cut this man off.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? Episode 2.
What's up? Welcome back to Famous and Broke, man.
Yeah, just got back from Michigan, actually.
Literally, and if you don't know, for people that are new viewing, I'm Marley.
And I'm Keyvon. And we got our my guy back here in the, behind the camera.
What's up, little guy? Little guy chilling back here. What's good?
Our guy, X-Ray. So, yeah, welcome back, guys. This is episode 2. I'm excited.
Man,
it's been a while, actually. A couple of weeks, right?
Literally, we haven't filmed in so
Yeah, it's
long.
just Thanksgiving came up, holiday stuff. It's just been random. And, we going with it and being adaptable. So I love that for us.
Hell yeah. This man just got back from Michigan, literally today.
Yeah, we grinding out here, y'all.
So crazy. I didn't even think we were filming today, and he was like, no, we're still getting after this.
Marley's like, I got work tomorrow, and I'm just like, nah. Like, I have my mind set on it, and we got a routine we trying to get down, so I'm glad we got in here and are going to get this done. So, and I've already been reaching out to people, guys, for us to start getting interviews. I got a guy who got a trucking company. I believe he got like 10 semis, like 30 boss, getting office spaces now, talking to a couple of nonprofits, a couple of my real estate buddies, and just putting the word in there, putting the bug in their ear.
Okay.
To get the interviews coming in, because I'm really excited about that.
Check you out, man.
I'm trying to work,
networking,
just playing
and shit.
Playing for the future for us. And
he's the more outgoing one. He's the one that brings people to the room.
I'm extroverted, but I'm introverted in ways as well. But it's been cool. Yeah, I just got back from Michigan. So for my internship, it's very random in a sense. It's very random in a sense because I'm always having to move, whether it be for like conferences, networking, obviously, but also just like doing deals now and getting more involved in that. And how much I'm learning from this. So like when I went to Michigan, which was Monday, it's Wednesday, we were in Michigan doing a deal near Detroit, probably like 15, 20 minutes outside of Detroit. But it was like so crazy, Marley, to see these houses. They were made up of duplexes, triplexes. They were all ranch style, very run down. And they were military homes since the 1930s. So
it was like a community, like abandoned community type?
No. There was a high vacancy rate. There's 275 units, but I believe like 150 units are vacant and boarded up. Like it was just very poor and defunded community, but there was a lot of, I believe, crime in that area. It's called like Limon Gardens, but a lot of crime in that area, a lot of minorities. And they've been there since the 1930s. So like the houses were like built out of brick, but there was like a lot of mold going on, and the property managers aren't managing it that well. And the people there, the residents there, some of them have been there since the 60s, 70s, lived there their whole life. So that's what they know. And development is so interesting because we have to have residents meetings to get like certain funding that we're going after. And we're trying to hear what the residents want with this new property. And they're all like, there's pushback. There's this thing called NIMBY, not in my backyard. So like people aren't used to change.
Yeah.
And so they don't want change. So like there's a girl in there like, I don't want nobody to tear this down. Just
like our home.
She's like, just rehab everything. And they're like, these are not that good. We're gonna build like something beautiful. And but we're trying to get feedback, and just it was cool. Right after we met with that resident meeting, we went to the city council, and then we met up with the architect, us as the developers, and then we had this guy named Director Cooper, Aaron Cooper. Shout out to him, a cool guy, and he works for the Inkster Housing Commission. And Yeah, we all just told like pretty much the city council our plans, and they approved it through, and it went really well, and they were very excited. We're gonna pretty much we want to tear down 275 units and then rebuild all 275 units.
Wait,
But
and these are the units that are the ranch homes, or these are
these are the units that are
so it's
ranch
like
homes, so we're
basically
gonna
like a
demo it all.
neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a neighborhood. It's probably like imagine like 5-6 city blocks. So it's like a big,
Damn.
yeah, it's a big
That's like
neighborhood. Yeah.
So it's
And
kind of
we're-
like similar to like Elk Grove in size.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're trying to build
Yeah,
something
especially these 275 units. They're spread out over the course of like I don't know how many acres it is exactly, but it is really cool to see, and it's just crazy to see too how like I said, like how much poverty there is and how much like just is going on around that area. Like I said, it's right outside of Detroit, but yeah, it's just really terrible. And just hearing like some of these residents what they want, like amenities wise, do they want a basketball court? Do they want tennis courts? Do they want a pool in that area? How are they gonna take care of their kids? Like, is there a daycare? So we're trying to like make that take in their word, because if they give us their ideas and then we invest in their community as well, they're going to be more likely to stay and have even more pride about, you know, what's being built. So what's crazy too about like development, affordable housing and all that stuff, like I was talking to Dad about this, is like affordable housing, if you look at the history of real estate and affordable housing, bro, was for after the war. People came back from a war and they didn't have places. There was a low supply of housing, so they created affordable housing for these army vets to go into, stay a year or two, and then go save up their money to go buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
But the only people that they were allowing in the 1960s, 50s, 70s, they were redlining areas, and they were only giving loans out to white men, like white people. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
So who ended up staying in the affordable housing? People of color, and that's why these rundown areas are defunded, and they don't have, you know, the proper cash to, you know, make these places look nice as well. And what I love about my guy is I came to him and he specializes in affordable housing, but he's an African American man. He has he goes into these communities and he tries to bridge that gap and really try to make change in the communities, and that's what I love. And he's even extending the arm to me and my guys to teach us this game as well, which I love. And we're making a difference, and I'm noticing it ain't just about the money, which comes along with it, but it's really like, you know, making change.
I feel like I learn so much from you all the time. I just be listening. Sometimes I be lost, but
Oh yeah. Sometimes I'll be lost. Like I think I know a lot, and then I'll be confused.
Just one black family into a decent white neighborhood, and the other homeowners will throw money at you faster than you can count it.
This is about confidence.
You guys are going to sell the houses for double what you paid and charge more than 20%? There's no way anyone can get out from under that.
Nothing more American than people willingly paying double for something they can't afford in the first place.
And what happens once they realize they have been swindled?
They make their mortgage payments, we win. If
That's
they
fucked up.
default, we win.
Literally, if they default, we win. Their credit's messed up. We get the asset
It's a
back.
win-win.
Then we can go resell the asset back. So it's just like really like I'm passionate about real estate, but I'm learning like the history of it in this country. And the more you learn, like
does it not make you walk in a room though and look at people and you're like, fuck you?
Yeah, it-
like I feel
it
like it would
definitely-
just give you such a chip on your shoulder to be like, damn, like this is so fucked up. you
yeah,
know?
but it also makes me want to learn to like who I'm in a room with and what really are their intentions,
Yeah.
and like getting to know them, because like at the end of the day, real estate and business in general doesn't get done without relationships. So as I'm getting to know people, like they will show themselves like, hey, I'm in it for this. I don't really care about this, or I'm in it for this, and I really do care about these people and want to make a change.
Yeah.
So, and like this lady told me a couple weeks ago, I was at a conference out here in Chicago, and she was like, you know, there's enough to go around for everybody. You know, there really is. So, and that's what I love about this game.
See, I believe that, but then I just think there's that stingy. There's this movie, So sorry. The movie In Time. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. It has like Justin Timberlake in it. And in it, like everybody has a clock, and they pay everything in their time.
I've seen snippets of
Anyway, so like it shows society like basically how we are now, but it's a utopia.
Okay.
So everyone like pays, like you want coffee, you're going to pay, it costs you 5 minutes of your time.
Oh, wow.
And like your time clock starts like when you turn like 21 or something. And then they only give you 2 decades or something like that.
Yeah.
So all these rich people stay young.
Yeah.
All these rich people are like old. They're living for like hundreds and hundreds of years. And at the end of it though, what I was trying to get at is like the guy said, he was just like, for few to live, many must die. And like, that's what I think about when I'm like, yeah, like we could all share this equal, but like then that gets into anything. Like, I feel like there's an amount of greed in everything.
Oh yeah, there is. This guy told me at a conference a couple of weeks ago when I was eating at Gibson Steakhouse, he's like, let's cut the shit, bro. He was like, everybody at the end of the day is in shit for their own self-interest. He's like, we all are. And he was just like, so it really comes down to like, and I forgot like this part of what he was saying, but he was like, it really comes down to like, this is what he was telling me about being like straightforward in business. He was like, bro, what do you want? Like, tell me so I can help you. If I got what you need, I could direct you in the right direction. So he was just like, cut the shit. Like, let's talk.
I feel like in business though, that works. Like, I feel like people, you get so much respect for being an asshole in a room, but because you're honest, you know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, I know it.
But I will
not to
notice,
say you don't have to be an asshole.
It's
at the
time,
same time.
though. Like wasting people's time.
Yeah,
People take super offensive.
Oh, super.
Especially in business, but like in general.
Oh yeah.
See, I think that though, but then I've also seen like for example, when I was at Arizona, you know, my head coach was late to everything. Like this woman was not 5 minutes late. She's 30 minutes, an hour late. But she knew, like, it was just like, and she wasted so much people's time, but it was just like who she was.
Yeah.
But that's I don't know, like,
and
that's weird for sports, especially because like I've had coaches that like have the mentality like if you're 5 minutes early, you're late.
You're late. Yeah, I know. And she showed up late every time. So
This
it was
weird,
just like,
bro.
But I think about that in the business sense because, you know, like NCAA basketball is a huge business.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, yo, like, how are you late to this, you know?
Yeah.
But still gets mad respect. I don't know. It's crazy.
That's in that instance too, when it solves everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or she went
100%.
in and whatnot. And what I was gonna say too is though, at the end of the day though, I do notice that, you know, being a good person always goes the farthest. It really does. Like some of the most richest people or the humblest people are or went through the most stuff and
Adam Sandler
to get to where they were at. And like I was saying too, with Marley on the way here. So I don't know if you've heard. You know who Don Peoples is?
Enlighten me.
Okay. Well, he's a black developer, a billionaire developer. Lives in he came from like middle class, but he ended up, I think he is the only black billionaire developer, and he's building right now in New York the tallest skyscraper in New York by a black developer, and it's like $3.6 billion. But he was like, I'm risking my whole net worth to build this just to prove a point of like, you, when a minority looks at me, you can do this. But he was talking about, he was in a room doing a podcast, and he was like, raise your hand in this room if you have enough money for your business or if you need more money. And everyone in their room raised their hand, and they were minorities. And he was like, that's messed up, because I did the statistics on like how much cash is available, and it was like $29 trillion. And he was like, but who has all this cash? White people, politics, white developers, they have all this, and there's not even enough land to do these projects. So he was like, it would be in their best interest to do deals with minority groups and stuff, but they won't, because they're like, we're not even in the in this field or market anyway. We don't have access to information. We don't have access to these funds. So he was like, the way we get through that is like politics, voting for the right people and stuff,
Yeah,
and
we're
really
not
trying
the
to
ideal
empower.
market at
Really
all.
trying to empower the people. But he was like, there will always be outliers, people like me, a person like this person. He named off a few people, but he was like, it shouldn't be outliers. There should be more of this is normal and this is for us. So I like find that really interesting, and I see like my guy who develops over me that's teaching me this is like leading that in a way by teaching us. And so like it's just a beautiful thing to see. And there's gonna be more uncomfortable barriers. He was even talking about his mom was a real estate agent, and as he was growing in development at 26 he did his first deal, became a millionaire, and by 32 or 33 he was worth $250 million. And he was like, I wanted to do bigger deals, and my mom, he's like, I had to stop listening to my mom. My mom was like, don't do this. He's like, my siblings, I have friends, or I think he was only child, but he was like, people in my friend group don't do this, don't do. And he was like, bro, you got to make yourself uncomfortable and just keep doing bigger and bigger and bigger and pushing yourself. And then and then he came, what I love about him, so humble. He was like, my son and my daughter came up privileged in a way. So he was like, it's hard to motivate someone who that's never struggled financially with money. So he was like, when someone's not moved by money, how do you move them? He was like, it has to be about passion. It has to be about the mission. It has to be about what are you advocating for? So he was like, I'm really behind my daughter with advocating for women's rights. And I'm really behind my son with minority men and all that. So he was like, this is what they're into and what not. So like, I love that. And I think at some point too, for me, I'm learning that, okay, I'm in this room hanging around people who are wealthy. Cool. The next step is I'm going to be wealthy. And I know that. Yeah. And it's just work. But then the next step after that is I'm understanding now too, it's not even about the money at this point no more. It's going to just be a byproduct of what I want to do. So how do I extend the arm even further? How do I do what he's doing for me, my guy's doing
like
for me?
Who's your
on
next
a grander,
mentee?
On a grander level. But I got to keep learning more, as well. So
dude,
that's going to be dope, though.
I think it's so sick.
When you touched on the daughter when you're speaking about women's rights as well. There's in the city right off of Lakeshore, right here, kind of by like Trump Tower where that's at. Okay. The tallest skyscraper by a woman just went up, like not within the last like 10 years.
That's what's up. Crazy. I actually think I heard about that. Yeah.
I forgot her name, but we definitely like look into it.
That's so dope. He did say Don people said the Chicago market though is terrible. He was like taxes just are so high in Illinois.
Dude, why do we have the highest taxes? Like,
he was like the richest resident in Illinois. Just moved his business down to Miami, and I looked who that is. It's Ken Griffin. He's a hedge fund manager. Dude's worth like $27 billion. It's ridiculous.
Bro, it's terrible here. Everything you gotta pay to drive on the roads.
Yeah.
That's why so many people like left Cali though.
Yeah.
Went to like
Texas.
Texas, for example, everywhere else.
Yeah, Elon moved that to Texas.
Now Miami's like,
I was about to say,
Florida
Miami
in general, the prices went up too because like so many people
high.
relocated there.
Yeah. And we're seeing a big migration right now too of people moving to Arizona. Like I feel like we got so many friends. I want to go to Arizona, Texas, all these warm states because it's just getting colder.
It's so funny though. Like when I lived in Colorado, when I was going to school there, like everybody was like moving there at the time, and by the time I graduated, like it was super expensive. I wanted to stay there. I was like, yo, I want to live here. Like it's beautiful. It's like the place you could just do everything all year round. Are you talking
about Colorado?
Yeah. Yeah. And then like by the time I told you look in the markets, you and Peyton, I was like, yo, look in the markets, but you're like, it's expensive.
Isn't it almost worse than here now?
It's so expensive. It's probably worse than here.
It's ridiculous.
It's so bad.
We was looking at a multi to buy because we want to buy one in the spring.
There's so much land.
Because like I believe we are like they were talking about this too. We are in a recession and it's gonna get worse. Especially they're gonna announce it in the first quarter of 2023. But it's just like the guy like Don people was saying, imagine a clock. We're at 12. He was like you should just be studying the market from 12 to 4. But he was like 4 to 9, 4 to 8. You should just start buying a bunch of property up because that's the recession, like the bottom. And so like that's what we're doing, just watching things. And my guy already told me don't buy nothing for the next 6 to 8 months unless you get like seller financing or whatnot.
Yo, my whole thought process when you said we're in a recession, I just thought to this TikTok I watched the other day, and it was like we're in the middle of World War III. It's a mind game. And I'm like, bro, it is.
Man, seriously.
Like everything is just so fucked up right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Sam, what is you passionate about recently right now? Like I had a guy who was trying to tell me and Marley recently, Jake.
Oh,
who was trying to get, he making good money, like 6 figures.
Look.
And he was trying to get us to do it, but it was sales job. And I was just like, bro, like, and Marley was like, what do we say to him in a group chat? I'm like, let me just be honest.
You know, last time you were here, you actually talked about that. How he was DMing you, and you talked about him. He played basketball, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So and he was just, and I was just like, if he understands, because he's a good guy, I'm like, he'll just understand if we just be truthful with him. So I just told him, I'm like, bro, I just found my passion in this real estate game, and I want to keep pursuing this. I appreciate this opportunity you're trying to give me and my sister, but I want to continue doing this. And and I was like, that being said, I want to continue to focus on this. But I was like, thank you. And he was like, bro, you're gonna kill it wherever you go. Like, just was nice and shit. And I was like,
that's what I was trying to say. I was trying to bring up the Keyvon inspired me and lit a little fire under my ass. We went out to eat. It was actually my little cousin's birthday, probably like a week.
Birthday.
Remember, it was when we went out with Judy and all of them.
Oh yeah.
And we were at dinner, and I remember my cousin's his wife.
I know what you're talking about. Sam, hey, y'all don't even know. Sam be trying to give us little cues and stuff.
Yeah, he be trying to tell me to bring my mic because clearly I lower my voice.
But just say it, bro, because you're already talking, so whatever.
Just be like, Mike.
Yeah, put the mic closer.
Be like, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike. No, but we were at dinner with her, and like my cousin is super fucking successful, and so is his wife. And so we were sitting there, and like I haven't talked to her, and I haven't had a conversation with her since they got married, or since like in a while, like I've been away at school.
Yeah, Betty's pretty quiet.
And Betty was so awesome though. Like we're sitting here, we're having dinner, and she starts talking to me, and she's like, Marley, like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to go, I want to go use my degree first off. I was like, I need to get out there. And she's like, go find a job. And I'm like, I want to move to the city. She's like, you need to do it, Marley. Like, you need to do everything you want to do right now. And they have 3 kids. And so she was like, you got to do it right now. Like, now's the best time. And she lit a fire under my ass, and I ended up getting a job. And now I work for Claire's real estate and development team. I actually start tomorrow, which I'm super stoked about, but we're excited.
And I think with small world and just a coincidence, but I think Betty works for a property management company.
Yeah.
So,
and it works out too because it's remote.
Exactly.
So I'm super excited about that. I'm very used to working remote. And I just think it brings more to the table. Now I have more experience in a different thing. And then like after that, after this project that I'm working on is over with, if they don't decide to keep me on, I'll have the experience. I'll have the experience to go in the city somewhere and talk to someone and say, hey.
Yeah.
My bad.
A little late, y'all. But
late. I had to walk away.
That's
still deserves the flowers though.
Thank you guys. I actually got a fucking big girl job for once.
Yeah.
I feel really proud about it though. I'm really excited.
This game is just so addicting though. Like, and I tell everybody that I'm like, bruh, there's levels to this real estate game. Like every time I talk to someone about it, they're like, are you a real estate agent? Did you got your real estate license? And I'm like, nah, bro. Like you got real estate agents that sell townhomes, rent out apartments, sell houses, high luxury houses.
You got brokers.
Yeah, you got brokerages who have multiple real estate agents in there. But then I'm like, that's residential. And then you go into the commercial side. You got industrial buildings that get leased out to like Amazon, Walmart's, Costco's. Then you got...
There's so many jobs though. You have underwriters.
Yeah, you got underwriters. More
property management groups. Like there's so much.
And then you got on the other side of commercial as well, you got multifamily. And that's more too about like managing people, because you have all these apartment units, but you got to manage people in that. So it's a people's business. And I tell everyone, you got a school, you need a building. You got a high school, and that's the same thing. You got a high school, you need a building. You got a hospital, you need a building. You got a business, you need a building. So it's just like real estate really is the world. You can't make more land.
This is
it's
free
limited.
game, people.
Yeah,
Free game.
Yeah, for sure. So it's just like it's definitely something that's dope, and I'm really passionate about it.
And at the end of the day, it's the best asset.
Oh yeah.
Look up
it's the
Gary
best.
V. Look up what's his other name? I can't think of his name right now. It'll come to me later. But anybody we've ever watched podcasts on, everyone says like that's their top asset that they want. They just want to own property.
Everybody that is really wealthy, they usually own some sort of properties, in a way. But yeah, it's so dope. It's so I thought it was. There are factors that are really simple and principles, but it is very complex, and I'll definitely get into it on a podcast episode when I bring in someone who's actually been in development for 20, 30 years and can break this down even more. Yeah, that could break down stuff even more. That'll be dope to talk about.
And in that session, whenever that happens, we will all be sharing that listening experience together. Because like I said, I don't be knowing what he's talking about sometimes. I just be like,
yeah.
Keyvon, I swear he talks about stuff. Like,
You just spit out some crazy shit that I was like,
I think I'm lost. He used a whole acronym. What's the acronym you used earlier?
Which one?
The backyard
NIMBY?
one?
Not in my backyard. NIMBY.
Not in my
it's
backyard.
Like when you go. It's like developers when they go to
no, I know what you're saying. People don't want to move.
Yeah, especially a developer that's not. Let's say we want to build something in Elgin, and I'm from Elgin, but let's say there's a developer from Boston that wants to build in Elgin, and the community will be like, "We don't want you here. Like you're trying to bring business for back to your town. Like we want a developer from Elgin, so they'll call those people like."
I just think it's so funny. You use an acronym for like, homie, you're in it. You're in it.
I'm talking that language for sure. Like,
man.
And the more I learn too, the more the more awareness grows of like what you don't know, and then it gets me even more like in a way thirsty, where I'm like, I'm reaching out to people. Hey, can you teach me about this? Can you teach me about this? And I just want to know all assets and facets of. I think that's the word. Yeah, facets of.
Man, this actually brings me to something that's like been on my heart, but it kind of just moved over me right now as you were speaking about this.
Yeah.
This is all good, right? And we watched a podcast on Russell the other day. I don't know what podcast is on. It was with Charlamagne the God and you know what I'm talking about.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Breakfast Club. There you go. So sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, you all good.
But he talked about his last album was called I Hate It When Life Is Going Great.
Hate it when life's going great.
And actually brings me to this point, man, for you, because I feel like you struggle the most, man. When you're doing a lot of good stuff or like a lot of information, you're super hype, but there's lows in those highs, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's so much pressure in being gifted, you know? And especially at the time you discover your gift, right?
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Can you guys put the drinks on the table right here?
Yeah, guys.
So I feel like the whatchamacallit cranes, like the stands keep like shaking every time I do it. Obviously, I know that was way bigger of a distraction, but I feel like moving.
No worries.
But no, I feel like there's so much pressure in being gifted, and seeing you as an outsider, I've seen how much stress you put on yourself. So like, I just want to know like how do you handle that stress? Like, you know, like I know lately you said you've been dealing with some really big anxiety. You know?
I feel like kind of like LaRussell said, it's like watching relationships dynamics change, and like it's hard for me because like I know I don't care about no money, so I really value my friendships and my relationships with my family members, and I want them always to be good. So it really bothers me throughout my day when like, you know, something is not working here and the communication is off, and like that struggle. And then like the struggle of like TDJ said is like a gifted person, this is their normal, so they don't know that. Like, so, and I can't see myself. We can see everyone else, but we can't see ourselves. Yeah. So I was just like, sometimes I'm like, you know, it might be big to you or it might be big to mom. And now that all this stuff is manifesting, and I'm just like, I don't see what I wanted to see or my vision yet. So it's like, this isn't nothing to me. Like, I'm like, bro, I ain't even done nothing yet. Like, just wait. And like, it's more pressure on me, and I get it, it's in my mind or whatnot, but it's like that is that same stuff that drives people, who other great people. Drake is Drake because of his anxiety, of his, it pushes you. So
Celebrating
like
on my first down was like touchdown.
yeah, you can't though.
Nah, but in that though, like I see you, and there's so
Or
much.
I'm gonna tell you this too. Sorry,
You go.
I don't mean to cut you off, but like I've noticed too, like when I talk real estate, people are confused. So I don't even want to talk to certain people. Like I could sell in a couple of minutes, a minute or two. Like I was talking to Dad over when I was in Michigan, and I was explaining the stuff I was doing, and I could tell he was lost. And like because he was lost, it was almost like he was disinterested.
Yeah,
and I was just
100%.
like, I wish you know.
But there has to be a way to bridge that gap.
You just got to drop the jargon though.
Yeah,
Like with whatever you're talking about, if you're a specialist, like you have to drop the jargon, and it's not to say it's in layman's terms, but
Yeah.
you have to kind of assume like they don't really know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You guys just dropped some terms and I was like, what?
yeah.
That's
And-
literally like English 101 though. Like
And to what I was just thinking about is like I've been looking up on YouTube recently. I was like, I want to learn more about development because it's getting to the point where I'm like, I can't be on my guy who's mentoring me. I can't be at his house. He got a family. He got this. So I'm like, I need more knowledge, and I'm thirsty for it. So I need to look stuff up. I'm Googling shit, all that type of shit. And there's no videos on YouTube about development. And why is that? Because development is a long game. You might be working on a property like the deal we're doing that I just came from back in Michigan, bro. We're trying to lock it. I think we might have it locked down right now. I don't know. I don't want to quote it, but it's crazy. They're like, when is construction going to start? City council was asking us. It was like, oh, probably not until 2024. So it's like it could be an 18 to 24 month process. So it's like it's hard to make a YouTube video about an 18 to 24 month process
and keep people interested.
Yeah, and keep people interested. It might be a 3-hour video just to put 3 years into that, and it's really tough. So I want to try to bridge that gap. I'm seeing opportunity open.
I was
Sam,
about to
where
say.
I'm like,
So I told him
this is a niche.
Me and KK told
that
him
I
we
can
were like,
get
bro,
into.
this is your niche now.
And I like so that Elk Grove deal. I was like, bro, we haven't got selected. We came to the finalists of this Elk Grove deal, but I'm like, with like 2-3 other developers. But I was like, okay, if they select us, then I could literally be like, drone shot. I got my drone now. I could drone shot what it looks like before, the whole process of us picking our general contractor, all this, blah, 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 architects, blah, 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 and put it all into one when I get it done. But like I said, and I could break up, Marley, to be honest, too, each individual, like each sections of like progress.
Yeah.
It don't have to just be one long video.
I told you, I think you have a very compelling voice, especially when you talk passionately about something you're in, but you're seeing a very like first person view of everything that's happening.
Yeah.
We're all just on the outside. Go ahead, Sam.
No, I mean, what did I say to you last night?
Yeah, facts. Sam, hey, like you don't even know that Sam messaged me last night, Marley, and
I
he
just
was
felt
just
very compelled to tell him that. But
yeah.
But regardless, though, like to your point, it can be short form content, and it's like, then like maybe shoot one video, but break it down into a bunch.
Yeah, I even
like,
told him, I was like, it would be so what's in right now, right?
It's more digestible that way. Sorry.
No, you're good. No. And I think like even to a listener's perspective, or like what catches me on TikTok, I've noticed lately, is tell a story. But I think you talk about real estate in a way that makes us understand. Like even if I was confused, you broke it down to me super simple. And I think that's what people want to hear.
Breaking down into how can I tell a kindergartner what's going on? Like,
but also,
seriously.
like I ask you stuff all the time where I'd be like, Keyvon, you lost me in this conversation.
Yeah.
But I think it's so dope if you did like voiceovers of the whole process and just do a voiceover of you literally just being like, and explaining it.
I mean, it's not like you have the equiment.
It's not like
It's
not like you have the creatives around you that just want to give you ideas.
Hey, y'all pushing me. And but this is another part of being. It ain't even got to be gifted. Sometimes this shit just come down to hustle. And my dad was telling me too when we were having dinner out there. He's just like, bro, you're young and you got a lot on your plate. And I'm like, and I'm trying to put more on the plate. And I'm trying to always figure out my balance in this. And that's why, like, I've been telling myself recently, bro, you don't even need a girl. Like, I'm longing for love or longing for someone. And I'm like, bro, I don't even need that, because I'm so trying to establish my life and build my career out that, like, that always ends up, I'll get a girl and I'm like, I can't be there for you, or they want me to be here, or always see me, and I'm like, you can't be up under me. I need you to have shit going for yourself.
Man, I may sound like a dick, but I sound like a fucking dick.
What
But no one
say it. What did you say? I can't have a girl that's up under me, bro. I need you grinding. I need you hustling.
I just
like me.
I was just gonna say, you're gonna find a badass bitch like doing it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I keep telling him, I'm like, Keyvon, what you want?
Exactly. Focusing on myself again.
But I keep telling Keyvon always comes to me and he's like, man, Mar, I don't know why. Why is no? I'd be like, bro, it's not her. It's not anybody that I met. I will know the day I meet your wife. Like, hey, this bitch is legit. Because it's just like, nigga, these bitches don't deserve you, G.
Man, sometimes I'm just like, I appreciate that. I appreciate she'll let me know. I'll be like, man, I'm tripping.
I'd be like, you tripping over it. I'd be like, nigga, you the bag. Yeah. You the bag.
Oh, I feel that too, but I'd be like, that's the ego talking.
Nah. You saw that, right? The sayonara sister.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
You didn't see that? I literally. Oh my god, pull it up, Sam. Or where the hell? Because I had to
just play it. I'll put up the video.
All right. Yeah, bro. Like,
sayonara sister.
Bro, dude is hilarious. And hold on, because I sent it to Peyton, and he was like, "Bro, life is exceptional." But
that shit is hilarious. I hope that becomes a sound. Or what?
Bro, someone literally commented on his photo or video and was like, "Please turn this into a sound, please." And I was just like, "Oh my god." I don't even know.
Is it a TikTok? Yeah. Who is it?
Sayonara sister. Oh, here we go. This dude funny as hell.
It's literally like exactly what you were saying. Just added to sayonara sister at the end. Like,
yeah, dude. Hey, dude is funny too. Like,
bro, did you watch that TikTok I sent you earlier today of that like stud? And she was talking about Chris Brown or whatever. No, I'm gonna play it. This shit is just so funny the way she says it.
Hey, y'all remember when Chris Brown had like a fake like faux hawk mohawk?
Yes.
Like, what the fuck was he doing?
Yo, I don't know, but I'm a stan.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I saw a pic of him like that recently. I was like, yo, bro, what was he doing?
I don't care what nobody got to say. We can fight right now. I will always have this man's back.
All right, here.
This new generation of men want you to chase them so bad.
This shit crazy. Fellas, listen. Whenever these women hop on the internet, bro, and say you sassy because you want women to chase you and all that shit, boy, don't never listen to that bullshit. Yeah, they should be chasing you. You don't hear what the fuck they be saying on the internet? A man supposed to take care of the household financially. He's supposed to take care of everything. The wife should be able to work, save her money while she spend his. They ain't going 50-50 on the bills, remember? So these bitches want you to chase them to pay their bills? Sayonara, sister.
Beat it. Fuck you talking. Beat it.
Yo, I didn't finish the end. I didn't know the end was there. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, that end, that laugh took me out, bro.
No, and that's
I don't even do that, but
no, this is Keyvon. This is so Keyvon though. Like me and you have this bad habit where we
I always tell Marley, I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm the bag. I'm the blah, blah, blah. Good ego, all that, cool.
It's not even ego. It's just like,
but I'm like, but what? But then I'm just like, bro, I don't want to get to that level, and then a girl like, oh, like I don't know if they even really there for me because I am successful and have all this, and that,
you'll know, Keyvon, because the girl you want has her own bag.
That's why I feel. If I'm being honest with you, that's why I feel insecure sometimes. I'm like, at least I know if a girl come right now in a way, it's because she wanted me. She didn't want nothing that I'm about to manifest in my life. She wanted me.
But I'm telling you, the type of energy, the type of woman that you're attracting is a woman. Like, nigga, she's going to have her own bag. And she might not have it money-wise, but she'll have that shit emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And you'll know it.
Yeah.
I'll know it. I may know it before you know it.
Yeah. I agree.
But
to your own like point about the first person perspective, like you can't actively tell like what is around you all the time. Like rely on the people around you then.
Yeah.
Also, like I was gonna say, how do we add the sayonara sister
as a thing?
Yeah,
we got
the sound.
We can add it.
We'll add it
later.
Yeah.
Sayonara sister. No, I gotta work on
no,
that.
I agree though. Like that's straight facts.
I mean, look at how many people you've called out in my life though that I didn't listen. You know, hard head makes a soft ass man.
Yeah,
my dad always says that shit.
Yeah.
But it's so true because I'm a hard learner, right?
Yeah.
Just me. And it look at the situation shit I got myself in this past year or like 2 years ago. And literally the first jump, you met her the first time and you were like, Mar, that's not it.
Yeah.
You're like, you don't want her. And what happened?
Oh, bad. Yeah. I think you said 44 minutes.
And remember, you told me out back, you're like, yo, you don't want it. You're like, what did I do? I didn't listen. I was like, oh, I got to do it myself. You know,
a year later, y'all and Shorty was heartbroken.
Yeah. You know, fucking did a number on me, man. But, I'm grateful for it. Everything that I went through taught me a lesson, man. Every L was a lesson. But, man, that was a hard fucking lesson.
Yeah, it wasn't easy at all.
Bro.
People don't even get that, bro. Like, and, like, I hope to, you said something, or you asked me that question earlier. You were like, how does it feel to be special and something? I think sometimes, too, I just feel like so lonely because I feel disconnected.
Man.
And I feel disconnected, or like I'm just like, bro, it's just like I feel like a sore thumb. I just stick out, and not that it's a bad thing because there's praise that come with it, but it's just that loneliness. But that's when like I really do like lean on you or lean on mom, and I'm just like, bro, that shit might seem cool, but at the end of the day, I still want what everyone else wants. And that's just love and just care. And
you want community, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's what
I think
love. And you give me that. You really do. You give me that. Sam give me that. Peyton, Trell, Jack, Julian gives me that. And that's why, too, I just fight so hard for my relationships. Like, so.
I think it was so crazy this past year when you took your dip into what anxiety was, you know? Mental health finally hit you, I remember.
Seriously, yeah.
And I remember the time it hit you at.
I vividly remember that in the summer.
Yeah, it hit him like a fucking truck. And and I've dealt with anxiety for over 6 years now, like very heavily, going to therapy and in and out. And so it's crazy how much I've seen him going through it. And I know he's not a person that asks for help ever. Like he'll just drown in his shit, or he'll be like, man, I'm this tough guy. You know, he put on this front. And it was crazy though, for like the first 2 weeks when he was handling it, he would just walk around the house. And I think every day I went to this man's room, I just walked to his room and I'd be like, hey, how you doing? And he'd be like, man, I'm good. And he's just in his own little mode and shit. And then finally, I think one day we were sitting in the living room, or I was in the kitchen. And I was like, yo, like, it's okay to just not be okay. I was like, like, you don't have to, you could talk about it. And you were like, man, can I? And like, you just started breaking down, G, but like you really opened up. And I think after that, it was so dope to see you just be like, yo, you don't have to put yourself on this like you are on this pedestal, and
I'm not,
but I'm saying, I'm saying you should be for yourself, you should have high standards for yourself. But I think sometimes you think you're just like, bro, you just need to relax, Yeah. It's like, yo, you're human. You can have human experiences. Like, you shit just like we all do,
seriously. Nah, seriously. What you eat don't make me shit. But no, I agree with you.
Yeah, but it was so hard. It was humbling in my experience because like, I think I talked to Sam about this probably a week ago, and this year has been a funny one because I feel like you've always saved me. Yeah. I feel like you've been my safe space when I was dealing with anxiety really hard. But this past year, I feel like we switched roles. Oh, and I was like, I've had to be I've been your light.
That's been humbling.
But it's been humbling for me because I'm like, I don't even know how I'm doing this for you sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like, yo, I don't have all the answers still. I'm going through my own shit, but like I still show up to you.
Yeah, or I felt like when like it was like the summer when you came back from Arizona, I'm like, bruh, you was so depressed. I was just like, I don't even. Honestly, being ignorant in that situation probably helped me out. Of just now when I remember that summer I was a lot just quiet. Like I was
Yeah, you didn't
asking you
talk to me
questions,
the
but
whole
I didn't.
summer.
Yeah, I didn't really talk that much. I was just like going with the flow, and that's probably best because I would have probably been saying stuff like just grind, just grind. But now I really get it. It's like I was telling you, this probably has been a great year for me career wise and where I'm headed. But it's been like personal life been filled with so much anxiety, and it's not always just from work. Majority of it's not from work. Majority of it's from just family issues, stuff I've dealt with personally in my own head, and yeah, that's been so humbling.
One thing I could say though is it's been hard.
But y'all, I'm facing it. That's why I can say I never run from it.
Hell yeah,
I always face it, and
you're killing it.
yeah, and I'm always trying to face it. What I advise everybody too is like I'm trying to face it in a healthy way, and it's not always been in a healthy way, but I try to. And what I mean by that is like I've tried smoking weed or smoking Pashas, and then I'm on
We're drinking. You had a drinking era too.
Yeah, I had a little drinking era. It wasn't terrible though, but I
this
definitely had a drinking
this
era.
shit was terrible. We used to work from home. This man dead ass would come out on like Monday through Friday and just take like 2 shots. Are you really just finna take a selfie?
Oh my god!
But this man would literally just take like 2-3 shots. He'd be like, "Mar, man, let's drink." Like, yo, it's 11 a.m. Like, nigga, no, let's chill the fuck out. Like, I remember I used to be like, "Gee, you need to chill. Like, what are you doing?" But I watched you drown, and I let you figure your shit out. I don't like to save nobody. I used to love to save people. I used to think it was my job, but now I just let you
save me from myself.
Literally, I let you drown in it, but I held your hand. I could support you.
No, yeah.
While you, I'm not gonna let you. Go under.
It's the best too, y'all. That she was there to hold my hand and all that whatnot. Yeah, me and you really got close this year. You cried and I comforted you that night when you had an anxiety attack. Like, man, those are been great moments for me because like I said, I'm learning how to just be present and or just hold space. You always talk about that. You just need to hold space for someone and not give them solutions all the time. Like, we need to clip that right there and just, you know what I'm saying? Because that's facts. Like,
no,
it is so
seriously.
important to just hold space for someone.
I think what I've seen most of all in our family and our household is like the ability to shed skin and just have emotion.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen
that's
that
such
so
a masculine trait, I feel like, coming from me and other men too. It's like solution. It's like, I don't even have the solution sometimes. It's just shut up, hold space, hold my hand, hold me, give me a hug, and just sit there and just breathe, And,
no, for real. Like, it's so crazy though. I even think about not even just you, but I think about KK, Scuddy, and just the other day we had a really important
important
conversation with him though, about things he was going through, and I think I thought it was so dope in the house. I was like, yo, this is such a beautiful moment because we all sat there and we were like, Scud, like, how do you feel? And like, he was super honest. I don't think he smoked that day. I think he was just being vulnerable with us. But like, he showed his emotions. And like, at the end of the day, I felt like I knew him a little bit better, And I feel like we got closer with him. Mom got closer with him, I mean, get it? We're fucking dysfunctional as shit. But I think we all could see each other as just being on this equal field of just being human.
Yeah.
Every family is though. Like, don't.
Like, bring that up too is like, I was thinking about like Will Smith and Jada Smith, and I was like, people talk crazy about them, and they be like, they share too much of their relationship, but I'm like, you look at their kids, and their kids are fucking amazing human beings. They're doing great shit in the world. You see Jaden,
they're
like
so
the fresh
authentic.
water. Yeah, they're authentic. They're comfortable being themselves. I'm like, they did a great. Y'all can say what y'all want. They did a great job raising them kids and being open in the environments that they did, and like, share love in a healthy way.
Almost bringing it back around to like when you were talking about the developers, like the money shit. Like, they had all the money in the world, but like, how did they how are they able to like parent them correctly and be like, all right,
and build character. Yeah.
do the passions that you want and like figure it out.
I think that also just brings back to fucking life, man. Like no matter how much money you have, like life humbles you. Like this shit is massive, the energy in this world. So I feel like that is dope. Like I never thought about their family in specific, but I do love their dynamic. I love that they have hard conversations and they show us them.
Yeah, and Gary V said that
They should have been broken up. Like,
probably.
But
Yeah.
You know what they remind me of though? Like I know people say they should be breaking up, but they actually remind me of like what a partnership looks like. Like not a not a marriage, not an ideal black and white marriage.
Co-parent though.
But
because like that's so, I feel like it's, I don't know, like through all that shit, like it was so unhealthy for Will.
Yeah. Oh,
but we're looking on the outside.
You see the slap coming in and
100%. We can say that
before that, like the red carpet shit too. Like,
oh yeah,
I say that.
That man's like sad, like genuinely depressed, and like I don't think he's ever.
And I think too.
But did we read? But that is just like we don't know though.
But I'll say, you know, when stuff
like in his head, he could really they could really, you know what I'm saying? There's no way two people rock like that. And it's not a like, yo, we're rocking till the wheels fall off. They're both not in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Regardless if he was down in the dumps or if she was down in the dumps ever. Like, I think that they just made it up in their mind. Like, this is an unconditional relationship.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what we go through, no matter what you do, no matter what I do, we're still rocking. Like, you know, I think there's something really dope about that, though.
Yeah.
It's just not traditional.
Yeah.
It's not likable. You're looking at it from the outside. We're all looking like, what the fuck is this? But it's like, hey.
I agree.
Let them rock.
Right. Let's get to these 3 questions because this is getting long. But this was a great episode. I loved it. See how authentic it was, Sam, when it was just, and I love you being on the mic, actually. This is really nice.
This is fun.
Okay. Would you snitch on your dad if he was cheating? Question number 1. You know what, guys?
Oh, this is so good. Hold up.
I wouldn't even need to snitch because my mom's a fucking detective. Like, look, y'all don't even know this, but this is a hilarious story. This is hilarious.
Damn.
We're clipping this for sure. Sam,
for one, I don't
even know this.
Hey, yo, chill.
No.
One,
no.
Can we just put this out there? Yeah. Like, we're gonna be completely real. We knew Dad was cheating before he was cheating.
Damn,
I didn't.
You didn't?
God, I didn't know.
I mean, we didn't.
I didn't.
We came home and porn would be on the this man would be texting women off of his phone all the time. Like, I know I'm not the only person that saw it.
I didn't see none of that shit. Wasn't looking.
But like, granted, I was like,
Keith,
what?
I don't know what's going on, man. I'm sorry.
I was like 9.
I'm gonna take this shit out.
Yeah. Serious. No, you don't have to. No, for sure.
But I was like, but I was like 9 years old. I wasn't gonna be like, Mom, Dad's texting Brenda. You know, like,
no, look, this is how my mom. Hey, I kid you not. My mom had a feeling or something, and had a feeling my dad was cheating, right? And they were mad at each other, so they were sleeping in separate rooms. Sam, right?
Women's intuition is crazy, though.
Crazy as hell. So my mom and dad were sleeping in separate rooms. My dad was out of work at the time because this was like 08, 09 when like the big housing market crashed and everything. And my mom went to work and put a audio recorder in a sock, and we had a door that my dad was the room he was sleeping in, but the door was full of coats. She left to work one morning, turned the recorder on, put it in the coat pocket, and left the house to work. And they recorded like 4 hours, and she just played it back, and she caught my dad on a phone call talking to another girl.
That was a separate thing. Debbie is she's crazy.
Detective
crazy.
work.
No, this woman so that was the first time she caught my dad cheating. Second time, she lets him back in the house because, you know, like we're a family. She's like, I'm gonna forgive him.
Dad is not gonna like seeing this shit.
She puts tape recorder in a fucking sock and puts it underneath their bed. And I remember at the time, because we had an attic in our house, but no one used our attic because like our attic was like a
scary old ass.
It was like an old attic. And I remember one day, like, no one was home. My mom's car was home, and I was like, where the fuck is Mom at? I was like, where the hell is she?
Crazy.
And I heard her upstairs. I heard something from upstairs, so I go upstairs to the attic. My mom had a whole fucking bed, like whole fucking room made up in this attic. There was a bed up there. There was like blankets on the bed. And she was sitting on the bed holding the tape recorder. And I deadass walked up and I was like, Mom, what is this? I was the first person that heard it. And she plays it, and it was literally Dad talking on the phone to the woman he was cheating on Mom with, and like saying everything, like their whole conversation. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this information?
She shouldn't have been sharing that with us.
No, she should have not. Looking back, it's funny now, but just how it transpired. But it was crazy. But mind you, traumatizing. But like, so during that time, they ended up getting in a whole fucking fight. But the thing, to bring short to the question, if I knew my dad was cheating, would I tell my mom? I just have so many questions. Like,
she got to find out for herself. Like, I found out.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? This ain't even my place, and I shouldn't even found out.
Man.
So you was doing a terrible job.
I think I'd be that person. I'd walk up to my dad and I'd be like, hey, you gonna tell her? I'm gonna tell her. Because it's like, yeah, you need to tell her.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
I feel like if I found out at this age, I would be like, Pops, you gonna tell her? I'm gonna tell her. Because I feel like it would make him tell her. Because like, yo,
y'all had an interesting ass perspective on that question.
Yeah, seriously, bro. It's just, and then
that was crazy. I didn't know where were you guys staying at the time?
We were on Orange Street.
Our house.
Yeah,
it was like a house we grew up in.
Yeah, give me a landmark.
It was by the DMV in Elgin.
Got you.
Yeah, on 20. Yeah.
You know where what's it called is, where's the fuck Walnut? The Walnut?
Yeah.
Over there.
Right
over there. That was where we grew up at.
So 31 close to 20.
Yeah. We lived right off of 31 in Orange Street. Like that was our street.
I got you. Like on the side by the funeral home?
Yeah, but if you went like down a couple blocks, lives over there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was crazy though.
Okay.
And we just want to say that, Pops, we did not mean to throw your shit or air our shit. But at the same time,
that's why I don't want to share like confidential information sometimes, because I'm like, when you telling your truth, you telling other people's truth, and like you can hurt them. You know, if we've got over it, what if my dad hasn't, or what if my mom?
But like, I mean, I think he's definitely over. But at the same time, like it's been over 12 years.
Yeah, it's been
and we laugh
time
about the shit all the time. I mean, look, Debbie starts fucking drama every time we decide to go on a vacation. Literally. She'd be on dummy with my dad, and it'd be so.
My dad was like, I can't pay for this for the rest of my life. He told my mom that.
Yo, it's the funniest shit ever though. But like Debbie comes out and like literally what were you doing?
Funny comeback though.
Bro. Yeah. Bro, we're gonna clip all of this and just like have clips of a minute video.
We were watching. My dad came to visit my grandma like a couple weekends ago, and my mom. We were all just in the living room watching football. And my mom comes out of nowhere on dummy with my dad. And she's like, "Yo," she's like, "Keith, why don't you just want to hang out with me one-on-one?" I said, yo, this is not the time to be asking this shit.
She still loves the fuck out of him.
Bro, I don't know.
It's really
you know what? I commend that, or I commend that, bro. Like, bro.
Love.
I've never seen someone so down.
All of her children, though.
I just think that's so, I don't know if it's love. I think it's honestly, it's just loving out of fear. That's my perspective.
Maybe that too. I can see that.
She doesn't want to start over. That's comfortable for her.
What?
It's you three, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Andrew.
And Andrew has a different dad. Yeah. But
I mean, that's still like a crazy,
crazy, bro. Crazy. Bro. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Question number 2. What do you think of Glorilla? Let me put on Glorilla real quick because y'all got me.
Like, what do I think of her music, or what do I think of her?
All of it.
Yeah. Oh, I love
I'm a motherfucking city girl. Ain't shit me by me. Is that's her?
Thanks for finishing that.
Turn that up a little bit, Sam. Yeah.
Just like the air, I'm everywhere. How you say it so
poppin' shit. You would think I went to school for chiropractic. Looking good as hell today. Just sent my nigga 5 attachments. Why'd you come from me about a nigga, man? You bitches back. They come at me about niggas who I don't even find attractive. I don't know that nigga. I just seen them on the town before. I can't be up in her face. I took her nigga down before. When I lose a nigga, I just pop out and go find some more. Soon as I feel like my time get wasted, then it's time to go. They say they don't fuck with me, but I say they can't fuck with me. Just like the air, I'm everywhere. How you say?
All right.
Her shit bopping.
Yeah, her shit.
Pull up a photo though.
Shit just got me hype a little bit.
Bro, people be saying so much. They be like, she's so adorable. She's beautiful. I'm like, she is, man. I love her. I love her energy. Here.
Like, they're catchy, but like I can relate to them more. I feel like as opposed to like a Cardi B song. Like I have no.
Yeah, there's something about her shit feels more hard though. I feel like it has like
Memphis.
You know, it's like her voice is a lower tone. So it sounds a little bitter.
Popping shit.
I don't
You would
think
think
that's
I
it,
went
though.
to school for
Cardi should be like Cardi, you know, like
no,
it'd
but
be
overall,
high as hell.
you're right though. She is coming with like more of a masculine energy. Though,
Oh yeah.
where it's like, I feel.
Oh no,
like
she's tough.
Yeah, but like they were like coming at her for her nose, and she was like, "I'm not getting no BBL. I'm not getting no boob job." She was like, "I'm not."
Man,
getting
what
my
do we think
nose
about her
done."
overall? Are we doing like 1 out of 10? I don't even know.
No, I just think
Yo, she's tough.
I think her energy make me be like, I don't even know.
Yeah, are we talking about looks? Is it weird that I think she's really fucking pretty?
Can I see the photo?
Yeah. You can see her on
Not to
Instagram.
mention that she's fucking dope.
I guess I've never looked at her.
She is though. I think she pretty. Like I think she pretty. I think her energy got me fucking with her even more. Then I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like after hearing her rap and then seeing her, I'm like, oh, this bitch.
bro,
is
you should see her in her
cute.
music videos too. Like on the private jet, she got all her like the first video I ever saw of her was the one where she had her pregnant friend twerking and they were all twerking.
Hell yeah.
And shit. And I was like, bro, she literally
She
has,
just be up, like she
Yeah.
be lit. Damn.
She literally
Bitch,
has
I'm
in
a
her
thought. Give me
she
the lit.
literally has in her bio
Go to
young,
my-
wealthy, and ratchet. I love it. Like,
Man, I fucking love that.
so yeah, she
Nah, she's tough. I fuck with her.
yeah. I mean, oh man,
Really? I think I'm gonna say she's attractive.
I cracked them things.
Now, when we talk about her like that, she's not a fucking chicken. What is it? Like,
Glow.
I'm gonna crack them things.
Actually, it's not glow. It's big glow. Big glow. Hey, that's funny as hell. Look at what's invisible. Third question. Last question. What's invisible but you wish people could see?
Damn.
It's easy for me. It's love. We can't measure love if we don't see. We can't see it.
But I feel like
I'm
love.
not even trying to be deep either. But I just
No.
wish I could see it.
No, that was my first answer, right? But
Yeah.
like, I feel like when you see something, it almost like
Makes the mystery of it.
it would
Or
make
like-
the faith in love be less attractive. I feel like it would change love if we could see it. Anything tangible, we get. I feel like it's more obsessive. It's more in our control.
Oh yeah, I get you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to see it. I think I'd want to keep it a mystery.
Love is definitely unique in that way.
Man, what invisible?
Teaching you the language of the universe.
Probably
Rosetta,
like
who?
carbon dioxide or some shit. Save some
Stupid.
lives. Yo, that should be killing people. Do you know when I was in EMT school? That is a real killer. No, I'm not even joking.
I
Like
bet.
you guys think I'm being dead ass. That
Oh,
shit
no.
kills a lot of people.
I feel like
No.
I should like put in there's no smoke detectors in here, by the way. I just figured that out.
Yeah, you.
That's like
Or, like,
very
carbon dis-
fucking illegal.
I know. Really weird, right?
Yo, this motherfucker's trying to gas
I'm
you
like,
out.
but your gas ain't on right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't
that's
give a
slowly
shit about
blessing,
that. But smoke detector, kind of
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, very important.
Very important. The fuck?
I want you to wake up and not fall
I know,
asleep
I
and
had-
not wake up one day. So.
I had a
Oh, for
crazy
real?
like, just I don't know. I just freaked out one day because I was like, there are no detectors in this whole place.
We don't even have ours on.
Yeah.
I mean,
KK took our batteries out of our smoke detector.
Wow.
You know how fucking not okay that is? I'm gonna
Yeah.
put one up in my garage.
That's sad to know, actually.
No, deadass. I be
Fuck.
thinking about it all the time and then I forget. But I should really remember because like what the fuck?
Yeah. All right, y'all. That's episode 2 in the books of Famous
Yes.
and Broke. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, like, share, comment, subscribe. Please, if you like this, follow us on TikToks, our link tree, everything. We gonna be available on iTunes, all that, all the streaming DSPs, all that is gonna be uploaded. So yeah, just tune in and
get up with us. Anything
yeah.
you have,
Get on this journey with
questions,
us. Make sure y'all
talk with
comment what
us.
y'all want us to talk about.
Yeah, anything.
We're open to it all.
Nothing
so,
is off limits.
yeah.
And yeah, we see you. We see everything.
Appreciate everything, guys. Peace.
I won't make